Last Will is a first-person puzzle adventure game developed by Lizard Factory and released in 2016. Your grandfather, the professor, has willed you his estate and the riches it holds on the condition that you make it to the heart of the mansion. This requires you to solve escape room-style puzzles to move forward. These challenges range from logic puzzles, riddles, math, and word scrambles. The game has 4 episodes consisting of 5 rooms each. Every time you play the game, the room as well as their solutions are randomized, with 50 room types in total that you can experience through multiple playthroughs. The puzzles are pretty good, albeit with some unclear directions or too much junk items and notes scattered around that can be red herrings. The biggest issue though are the bugs. Menus wouldn't display correctly, or my view would drift if I had a controller plugged in, some puzzles wouldn't trigger properly. The worst were the random freezes and crashes that would make you have to start an entire episode over again. But, on a positive note, the best feature about this game is that you can play the entire thing co-op with up to 4 players. It was so much fun working together on puzzles, with one person finding a clue on one side of the room and reading it to the person on the other side, where they would have to press buttons or manipulate items. This is a feature that all games like this should have. Imagine how fun it would be to explore a world like Myst with a second player. This can't be that hard to implement. If it's a problem with level loading or triggers, you could just require the players to stay close to each other, or only let one player interact with objects. Having another set of eyes on the world or a different perspective on puzzles makes things so much better. After finishing the game co-op along with the unlockable Chaos Gauntlet mode, which is a straight mix of 5 different rooms, we went looking for a new challenge. Speedrunning is the act of completing a game as fast as possible. People will play a game thousands of times, learning all of the mechanics, secrets, and glitches to finish in the least amount of time. One of the biggest communities online is Speedrun.com, where people from all over the world post videos of their best times for all sorts of games. Surprisingly, Last Will was actually listed there with 4 categories: Any Percent and Chaos Gauntlet Any Percent, where players post insane solo runs of them beating the game in only a few minutes. This is where I noticed that no one had submitted a run for the Any Percent co-op category, which is a playthrough of the entire game in multiplayer. So, me and my friend made it our goal to become world record holders. After multiple failed attempts from us getting stuck on the first room because we're both illiterate, and dozens of crashes, we finally finished the first episode in a decent time. And then this happened.
Okay? Stupid game, honestly.
The game had bugged out and wouldn't load the levels from the second episode. But my friend saw this as an opportunity.
Oh my god.
That's good. We're speedrunning.
Perfect, yeah, exactly. Awesome.
The rules for submission are set up like this. Each episode has a default time limit of 60 minutes. At the end of each episode, a time to spare is displayed. 4 episodes is 4 hours, minus time to spare, and you have your speedrun time. Because the game glitched, our times to spare for episodes 2, 3, and 4 were 60 minutes, or a 0-second completion time, which made for a total time of 14 minutes and 42 seconds. Here I have to give a big shout out to the mods of the Last Will page, Atagoat and Darkshocks, who despite the game having so few players, reviewed our run within a few days. Reviewed and rejected. One of the other rules states that the run ends when the lever in the final room is pulled, but because the last room didn't load, there was no lever and the run was considered invalid. Fine, fair enough. So my friend and I went back to work. After having to restart several more times due to crashes, and despite getting stuck in the second to last room, it was a word puzzle and once again, illiterate, we finally pulled the last lever to finish the game and submitted the run.
World record, baby.
I said, who wants to fucking touch me?
We are now in the same company as people like Robert Wadlow, the tallest man to ever live, or Lee Redmond, the woman with the longest fingernails. We are among the elites of human performance. And with that amazing accomplishment, my partner P. Sword and I retire as world record holders for the fastest time ever accomplished in a Last Will Any Percent co-op. The fastest time ever of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 47 seconds. I'd have to give Last Will a 4 out of 5.